Hello, good afternoon. At least it's afternoon in here. Welcome to my next video on my channel, Manifesting the World. My name is Yolanda, and I take you with me on my spiritual awakening process journey. I was led today to make a video on tarot readings. I don't know why it was at the bottom of the list of the topics I wanted to discuss in different videos, but I don't know, I was drawn to do this. So I just prepared for this new video. And I just want to tell you more about how I use tarot readings for myself and online tarot readings in my spiritual awakening process. Just let me just I started the spiritual awakening process a few months ago. I just explained that in my earlier videos. Before that, I was really an analytical, logical person. I still am, but I have this new dimension added to my life. But know that when I was a teenager, I was really interested in spiritual topics, but somehow I got distracted. So, and I did buy my first tarot deck when I was a teenager, and I did do some tarot readings already then, and I still have that deck, and that was my first deck, and I still use it a lot. It's the Rider Tarot deck. It's the most famous one, the known one. I think if you really want to start with tarot cards, just start with the basic one, so you really get familiar with the most common signs in it. What are tarot cards? Can you predict the future? No, you can't. It's picking up energy, like we are all energy. I've explained that also in previous videos. We are all vibrating energy, and also these cards, every single card has its own energy. And it's depicted, the kind of energy is depicted in the pictures and what it brings to you. So if you want to learn more about tarot cards, just read about what the card does mean, and see if you can envision it in the pictures and what colors mean and what the pictures mean. I tried when I was a teenager. I just read in the book exactly what was in there, and I tried to think, okay, what is this about? So it didn't really make sense to me. But once I started I was kickstarted in this spiritual awakening process, I found myself drawing back to my tarot cards as kind of something to fall back to kind of course, you want to have explanations of what's going on. And as said, these tarot cards just explain energy. So they show the energy at the current moment. So they don't predict any future, but only if you just continue in the energy you are now in, or then at least this is what you see, and it explains something about what's going on, at least if you are able to interpret the meaning, which is still difficult for me as well, but I'm starting to learn to do that more. I learned these cards. I mentioned that I just looked at the cards and just read about it, but also I looked a lot of online tarot readings. I just started with one woman who has a tarot channel reading for the Scorpio sign, which is I'm a Scorpion. So and she was really quick with, okay, this is this card, and this is this meaning, so you can see that, oh, and then you have this, and then this is coming to your life, and I thought, oh my god. So I just, every time she just showed a card and she mentioned, oh, this is about this, I just looked up this card and said, oh yeah, I just looked at it and thought, oh, okay, I see it. And you get a bit more of a feeling with the tarot cards. But then in the end, I just felt that every day she gave the same message, because of course every day the energy is rather still the same. So I just turned to pick a card readings on YouTube, and where you have at least a feeling that you can pick a pile where they put different piles of tarot cards, and you can, based on your intuition, you say, okay, I pick pile number 3, and then this tarot reading, you just scroll to the part in the video explaining what's going on for pile number 3. So yeah, that was fun to watch. I still do that. I love to do that. But it's most about love, future, blessings. How are you now? What do you not see about yourself? So sometimes it's nice to hear things about yourself, or maybe some kind of predictions for the future. At least, especially when you're just in a down part of your spiritual awakening process, you really want to hear at least some positive news. And sometimes, most of the times, it was positive, at least. So, but that really helped me getting through this spiritual awakening process, because it was told time after time the same message: you're down now, everything is going to be all right for you. You will be better. You will abundance will come to you. You will become in a better place. Everything will work out fine. And that was really, 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 really helpful, getting me through these dark days, and also keeping me happy in the days I was very happy. So yeah, that's, for me, that helped. So what else? What to know, if you start watching YouTube tarot card readings, just make sure you are naturally drawn to a person, or you just kind of, it puts your. I always feel that I'm guided. I'm guided to watch certain videos on YouTube. Sometimes I think, no, I don't want to click on that one. I just want to see that one. Or you just clicked on one, you open it and said, oh, it's not. But then something else popped up next to that, and then you say, oh, that's interesting. And then you hear this message. But you have to be aware that tarot card readers, especially on the internet, it's not specifically for you, but you get some things resonate with you, and you just get the message you need to hear at that moment, which just clicks in your head. It resonates, to say differently. And so it's not predicting the future. It just gives you some kind of guidelines, and you don't act on what they say. So if they say, well, this part of your love is this person you're in now. It's not really for you. You have this new person coming up. Sometimes they say that. It doesn't mean you have to break up your own relation. Of course, you have to consider, is this message for you. That's one thing, and don't get drawn away with that. So make sure that you just keep your logical sense while watching these things. Let me just say, tell a bit more about doing your own tarot card readings. As mentioned, it's good that you just start practicing with these cards. Once you have your own deck, I would say just start with one deck and get familiar with that. So this is the Rider Tarot cards. That's just the most famous one. It's the oldest one. But if you want to start doing the readings, I didn't do that before, and it still did work. But it's good to come in the mindset of, you're going to ask the cards, the energy, or your spirit guides, or the angels, whatever you want to call it, who are giving you the answers through these tarot cards readings on your question, what you have. Just make sure that you are aligned with that. So first, make sure your mind is kind of quiet. Some people say you do meditation, but at least you make sure you're not distracted. So put away your phone. Make sure you have something around you with quiet music, meditation music, or you can just use crystals to clear also the energies in your house. You can light some candles, because it gives you also a mood of kind of relaxation. And I always thought, oh my God, all these spiritual people have these crystals and candles and meditation music, and now I'm using it myself, because now I know it makes you relax. I used to listen to top 40 music all the time, and I really love that still. I'm just really getting happy from that, but it's giving you this so it's giving you a lot of energy, and it's not giving you the quietness. So you need some quietness, okay? And then if you have that, you just make sure you just ask the spirit guides and the spirit and angels around you to give you some guidance and give you some protection. So what I normally do is just ask if the in my head, just say it out loud in your head. So please, spirit guides, angels around me, please protect me with this bright light around me, encapsulated me completely with that. So it's protecting my spirit. I ask if they can send a kind of a grounding cord just from my root to deep into the earth, so I get really grounded. Even just I just visualize myself getting roots grown from my feet into the ground, so I really stay grounded. And so yeah, I just do that, and I ask if they can help me with providing me some answers on the questions I have. And then yeah, something which is important about the question, it's if you ask a good question, you can get a good answer. If you ask a difficult question, you might get a really difficult answer. So it's you have to be careful about what you ask. If you ask for do I have to do this? It's a yes or no question, and these cards normally don't give that really yes or no feeling. You can get familiar with that if you're really good in that, but I think it's difficult. So you have more like, okay, instead of should I do this, more you can ask, what happens if I choose to do this? And then you get the spread, and then the cards explain to you what happens. And if you want to have a choice between two options, you can say, what happens if I don't do it? And then get another card reading. So that's a good one. What else do you need to know? Start simple. So start with a real simple, well, already the deck, but also how you lay out the cards. And the most used one is one with 3 cards. The first card which come out is the card more representing you in the past, the recent past. One card in the middle is the card for what are you currently at, what are your challenges, what are describing you now, and then the third card giving you the answer, the future, what happens in the future. So it gives you kind of a timeline about what happened and what happened, what brought you to here, and what's going on with you in the future. So that's a good one. Now you can look online for another spreads, for a lot of ways to use the cards. I really do that. Now I just changed it, and I just shuffle, and I just saw all these cards flying out, and I just interpret them as they come out. But sometimes they don't come out, or just are really shuffle with the intention. I just want 3 cards, and I pick them out. And everyone has their own way of picking out the cards. As said, I just ask now for the cards come out flying out, or I just pick them. I just do my deck. I just spread them like this, and I just pick out cards. Or some persons just spread them in 3 decks, and then put the decks on top of each other, and just pick up the first 3 cards which come out. So it's up to you what you want to do. And then just start practicing. Before I want to show you more about this. One other thing I just want to show you is these other cards. This is the Also Shen card deck I used. It's the same tarot card deck, but with different pictures on it. And if you just really interpret it, you can really interpret it in a very different way. It's the same cards as in the others, but because of these pictures, you really get this out of this, more out of it. I just one last thing. There's also good things to know is that there are also oracle cards. If you have oracle cards, you get these are not tarot cards, but they give more an idea of. They give you just some messages, some guidelines also, which can help you. So sometimes if you have a difficult question, you can ask first the tarot cards, and then ask maybe some oracle cards to come out to explain more about the question, and that can really help you. Let me just ask the cards for one question for today, and I just can maybe put this a bit more here. I don't know. I just shuffle with intention, so I just practice my shuffling. I just do that. And just think of the question. So I need a card for today. Already 2 came out. So please, I already did the crowning. So please, angels, guides, can you just give me one more card for today, please? And if they don't come out, I can just pick one out if I want to. Already 2 came out. So yeah. And now I just really got stuck for myself today as well. I got this King of Cups, and I got this 4 of Pentacles. And this King of Cups, this normally is a person, and that's I have found it really difficult to interpret persons for a situation. It can be describing how I feel right now, or it's more that the way this person behaves is really describing how I should react. So what the King of Cups is more that he's really confident. He's loving. He has the cup of love. So he's loving, caring. He's a king, so he can rule. So he's really confident. And what you can see here also is on the cards. There's all these. He's on his throne. But the throne is on the waters which are really wild. But he's just really confident. So he's just believing in himself, and he's there and sitting there and watching what's coming up next. So that's what I feel for now. It's just there's a lot going on, but just feel confident. Everything will work out. That's what I feel from this card. And of course, I can look up for what it does mean. And then they got this 4 of Pentacles, and Pentacles represents more physical things like money or things you really are attached to. The 4 of Pentacles, what you see here is this person is really holding his coin, keeping his feet on the coins and one on his head. And so he's a bit in front of a big city. I don't know, I haven't seen it before, but it's the first time I see that. But this person is just keeping his stuff to him. He doesn't want to let go of it. So it might be that he's just afraid of something, letting go. And maybe this is an encouragement for me to just, I don't know, let go and see what can come up. So these are the cards which came to me today. And as you can tell, I'm also just learning about this experience. So I just really love this. What I can do is let me just ask for one oracle card. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I also have, I love to do this one. I have an Energy Oracle card. I love these cards, which gives me some more. So let me just shuffle them with intention. So what cards? Please, can you just tell me what I need to know for today? Hopefully some card will come out. Don't look at me for the cards coming flying out. Is something I just learned. It didn't come before. So is there? Yes, there's more. Anything more for me today? Any other messages? No, it's not. And sometimes the card at the bottom of the deck. So I just forgot about that. This is also telling a bit more background most of the times for your readings, or give you kind of a summary, or just why you asked the question. So this is the first chakra card, and it's about the sacral chakra, and it's more about grounding and having energy. So this is more the Archangel Michael keeping you grounded. Make sure you just stay in touch with yourself. And I just look up what these cards mean. And for these oracle cards, they always come with a book and just explaining everything. So it's rather easy to learn more about these oracle cards. What I found is I got this card, Adjacent Possibilities. So that means you can just interpret it as is officially. Like in the book, they say, well, there are many possibilities and you have to choose yourself and with what comes to you, what's best for you. But as told in the previous video, I was just looking for an apartment. And when I just asked for more about this apartment, I just got this card, and it just really looked at the corridor where my apartment is in. So I really thought, oh my God, it's just showing like how my doorway to, well, the corridor to my apartment will look like. And there are many doors there, but my door is there at the end. So at the light of there's an light at the end of the tunnel. So instead of just interpreting it as by the book, you can also have a feeling of what does it mean to you. So for me, it might be that for today there might be more possibilities and I have to pick from, or everything will be clear. So that's a lot of different ways of how to look at it. So with this example, I just want to leave it with here. I'm just already using a lot of time for this reading and for this explanation of tarot cards. Just curious if anyone uses tarot cards as well and wants to share experience in the comments. Maybe in the future I will do more about this. I love doing tarot card readings also for a friend of mine, and she's always really happy and that I just really give her spot on explanations for the cards. I don't know how it happens, but it does. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope it was helpful for you. Hopefully you can just start using your own deck, or just be careful and just see if you can watch something on YouTube and do some tarot card readings. But make sure you only just watch at the channels you're really drawn to. Don't overdo, okay? Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Bye-bye. See you next time.